This involves a police officer who, using his appearance of authority while in uniform, driving his patrol cruiser, used that authority to victimize a member of our community, and he did this for personal gain, that is sexual gratification.
And before a magistrate's judge earlier this afternoon, Assistant Attorney General Chris Udoka justified a $500,000 cash bail for Officer Paul John Santos. It was last night Santos, who has worked as a Guam Police Department officer for the last 8 years, was arrested and charged with first-degree criminal sexual conduct and second-degree criminal sexual conduct, both as first-degree felonies, and official misconduct and abetting prostitution, both as misdemeanors.
The people have, among other things, Your Honor, surveillance tapes that put the defendant at the scene of the crime, and we also do have some admissions made by the defendant himself. On top of that, Your Honor, we're also concerned about the safety for the community.
According to the magistrate's complaint, it was on September 2nd. The FBI received a complaint from a 31-year-old woman who alleged she was forced to have sex with Santos the day before at the Ipao Hotel in Tumon. She told the FBI she had lost her job as a dancer at a local establishment, which prompted her to place advertisements for her services on the internet. One man who responded to her ad identified himself as Frank Smith and requested for an appointment on September 1st at 1:30 in the morning, but was instead scheduled to 2 a.m. because of a prior appointment. Following her 1:30 appointment, the victim heard a knock on the door and the visitor identified himself as Frank. When she opened the door, she observed the man was a police officer from the insignia on his sleeve. Assuming she was busted for prostitution, she broke out in tears. The man in uniform then took out his phone, showed the woman her ads on the internet, and said, quote, "Do you know if I take you to jail right now, you'll never go home and see your family," end quote. Court documents state the woman cried even harder as she observed the officer look around the room before he said, quote, "We'll work something out," end quote. The woman alleges Santos forced her to perform oral sex and then raped her. After intercourse, Santos allegedly took down her cell phone number and told her, quote, "I can keep you safe as long as you stay on my good side," end quote. Following the complaint, investigators with the AG's office reviewed the hotel's surveillance tapes, which placed Santos at the scene in his uniform, driving a police cruiser on the night of September 1st. According to Santos' supervisor, Santos was not involved in any investigations at the hotel because it was outside his assigned patrol area. Initially, Santos denied such allegations, but later claimed he was, quote, "working on a prostitution sting," end quote. He also admitted to having sex with the woman, but did not pay for it. Attorney Jeffrey Moots, who represents Santos, requested the court lower the bail amount to no more than $30,000, but was denied.
There is no actual physical evidence or proof of any kind of force or injury. So the allegation of anything but consensual sex is going to be difficult, which means that their likelihood of conviction is probably on misdemeanors. You've got the word, the complaint is basically a prostitute making claims against a police officer. There's no actual threats of violence or anything.
Santos' next court appearance is slated for September 26. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.